Others posting redeployments of AIGs. In Tel Aviv, one tourist dies and several others wounded in a car Ramin attack. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on ABS Television. I am Priska Wanko. Today is Easter Sunday. It is a day Christians all over the world observe the resurrection of Jesus Christ after his passion, crucifixion, and death over 2,000 years ago. Easter also marks the end of the Holy Week. Services and Mass will take place in all the churches to mark the event. Religious and political leaders during the event send out messages to the Christian faithful. The federal government had earlier declared tomorrow the public holiday to mark the Easter Monday. Meanwhile, the Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, says without the resurrection of Jesus Christ, Christian teachers will be empty. In his Easter message delivered at the Chapel of Grace Bishop's Court, Ekulobia, in Agwata local government area, Bishop Ezofo maintained that the resurrection of Jesus Christ is the hope of the believer. Details and more on the story from here.
To understand what their hope for the resurrection of Jesus Christ is made of and built upon. Right Reverend Ezofo cautioned the faithful against making Easter lose its concept and meaning, adding that the power of resurrection had delivered man from his sin and iniquities. The Anglican Bishop of Agwata Diocese said that the resurrection of Jesus Christ has made him the first fruit to succeed in life, saying that other fruits that believe and trust in him must succeed in all their endeavors. Bishop Ezofo maintained that resurrection of the means is the means of redemption and the climax of the mission of Jesus Christ on earth. He urged Nigerians to accept Jesus Christ as the Lord and personal Savior to succeed in all they do. Bishop Ezofo charged those in authority to emulate the humility of Jesus Christ in service delivery, reminding them of the need to use their positions in touching lives. He cautioned the period against masquerading and overeating and drinking during Easter and other Christian festivals, charging them to always use such period in building bridges of trust and through reconciliation.
It is the power of resurrection that gave impetus and potency to the work of his creation, work of his crucifixion. Resurrection is the means of redemption. The risen Christ gives us hope. If you come to him today, he will cause you to be saved. He will rescue you from sin. He will redeem you. He will reconcile you to God. Back to him.
Niger, Right Reverend Dr. Owen Nwokolo has encouraged Nigerians, especially Christians, not to allow the current state of the nation affect their psyche or faith in God. Describing Easter as a time of joy and hope in his message, Bishop Nwokolo said that because of what Easter represents, Christians are free by the reason of the power of Jesus' resurrection, having defeated Satan and his agents. Bishop Nwokolo said that despite the social, political, economic, and security challenges facing the nation, Christians should find solace in the power of resurrection and always know that it will always come out victorious. He encouraged Christians to hold tight to God as the author and finisher of their faith, saying that he has given all hope and victory to triumph, and wished Indianambra a happy Easter celebration. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, has called on Indianambra and Nigerians to use the period of Easter to show love and affection to one another. The governor who made the call in his message to mark the 2023 Easter celebration noted that the significance of the Easter celebration calls for self-introspection and a renewed commitment to enthroning a better society where love, tolerance, forgiveness, peace, and unity will continue to reign. He reiterated that Easter is an important event in Christendom, quoting that by his death, Christ offered himself as a sacrificial lamb for the sins of the world, and by his resurrection, he redeemed mankind and strengthened our faith in everlasting life. While noting that it is a season of discipline and sacrifice, the governor urged the people to celebrate with modesty and to remember the less privileged among them. Governor Soludo therefore urged the people to imbibe the virtues of forbearance, forgiveness, kindness, humility, love, peace, and patience as demonstrated by Jesus Christ in offering himself for crucifixion. He further enjoined the people to share love and joy during this period and beyond, and also solicited support from Anambra towards actualizing the lofty vision of building a livable and prosperous homeland for all. On behalf of his family and the government of Anambra State, the governor wishes all a happy Easter. The Commissioner of Police, Anambra State Command, CP Echeng, has tasked Christians nationwide and other good people of the state to emulate and adopt the selfless lifestyle of Christ as they join other Christians around the globe to celebrate Easter, the remembrance of the victorious death and resurrection of Jesus Christ as the price for the redemption of mankind. In a release signed by the first PPRO, Ikenga Tochukwu, the CP sues for peaceful coexistence among Nigerians, irrespective of their religious, political, and socio-cultural leaning, in consonance with the principles and teachings of Jesus Christ. Given the above, the release disclosed that the area commanders, head of tactical units, and divisional police officers, DOPs, have identified routine patrols and improved operational positioning to protect vulnerable points within their jurisdictions, including major highways, places of worship, residential areas, recreation centers, motor parks, financial institutions, government and private infrastructures, and all places of public resort. It further maintained that they are also directed to ensure that their officers and men conduct themselves professionally in line with extant laws and standard best practices before, during, and after the festival. They said that the command is also collaborating with other security agencies and stakeholders within the state to provide adequate security and safety in this regard. The Commissioner of Police, while wishing the Anambra a happy, fruitful, and hitch-free Easter celebration, enjoins them to be security conscious and continue to provide the police with useful information that will assist in effectively tracking down criminal elements in our society. It further encouraged the citizens to request any security services by calling the command control room number on 0703-919-4332. To avoid overdependence on limited white-collar jobs in the university and to be self-reliant in the present economic situation, the Nigerian Universities of Accounting Students, NUWASA, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, in conjunction with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Awka District, and Society, have held a one-day conference for the students to curb the trends. The conference, with the theme, Financial Literacy and Empowerment, a critical factor in wealth creation, was held at the university's auditorium in Awka. Emmanuel Chibota tells us more.
The conference was aimed to educate the students on the importance of financial literacy and the key skills required to survive in this hard time where white-collar jobs are limited, and create a sustainable environment where everyone can grow and thrive. Speaking at the event, the head accountancy department, Dr. Chitom John Akamelo, urged the students maximize the opportunities the conference availed them so as to be productive even after graduation and therefore become good ambassadors of the university. Dr. John Akamelo adjured the students to take their studies seriously, even as she announced several endowment prizes that will be given to best graduating students from level 100 to 400.
You have to endowment for grants for best graduating. So I want to announce it here. It's never late. You can still make it.
The NUWASA president, Comrade Ifeanyi Ananwude, said financial literacy is a crucial factor in achieving financial stability and wealth creation, adding that the conference is targeted at making the students financially stable after they graduated.
The main thing is that we hosted this program for students just to understand that it's not all about getting degree, although getting degree is very important. But as a student, you need to add some relevant skills that will make you to be relevant in society.
Chairman on the occasion, Professor Augustine Odum, and Vice Chairman ICANN, Awka District and Society, Mr. Emmanuel Muodozie, described the conference theme as apt, especially now that Nigeria continues to grapple with economic challenges.
The theme of this conference is very apt in the sense that you cannot successfully create wealth without being financially literate.
Some of the speakers, including the President, Student Union Government of the University, Comrade Charles Ijoma, and Barrister Shekube Ezekwike, outlined 4 pillars for financial stability and wealth creation, urging the students to acquire more skills for them to thrive even in the harsh economic situation and posterity. The conference was capped with the presentation of awards to those who have contributed to the growth and development of the department, cultural dance, as well as the launching of the departmental magazine. Emmanuel Chibata for ABS News.
Christians have been called upon to be reflective and reconcile themselves with God as St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Parish, Oka, joins other Christians all over the world to mark the Good Friday with Passion drama. Kenneth Chukwuchukwu, our correspondent, was at the parish and tells us more.
An emotionally laden atmosphere as youths of St. Thomas Aquinas Parish, Oka, acted the Passion of Christ, which chronicles the crucifixion and death of Jesus Christ, ending his earthly ministry. The drama started with Jesus Christ communing with his disciples and telling them about his betrayal and what is to come. The vicar of the parish, Reverend Father Clement Igwebe, who led the Station of the Cross alongside the Passion drama, noted that it sounds contradictory to call the day Good Friday, but the salvation brought to Christianity through Jesus Christ's suffering and death made it so, calling on Christians to always make sacrifices as Jesus Christ exemplified.
Jesus said, what greater love than this, for a man to lay down his life for his friends? So I call on Christians to also to learn to make sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. Sacrifice born for the love of Christ.
The Commissioner for Housing, Mr. Paulinus Onyeka, who also attended the event, remarked that the day calls for sober reflection on the way Christians live their lives, on the sacrifice and salvation Jesus Christ brought for the world.
It's a kind of a time for life retreat, for you to know of what you've been doing, how to cut off from things that you know that are not good, and then to choose a better path for your life and for your salvation.
Another parishioner, Lady Uju Ifediba, said Good Friday and the Lenten season remind and help Christians to always retrace their steps while examining their lives in all they do, to faithfully follow Christ, knowing that death awaits all mortals, and to be conscious not to fall into sin. One of the drama participants, Miss Chidera Ifediba, said playing a role in the drama is most humbling and happy to tell the story of Christ's passion, and also use the opportunity to call on Christians to use the opportunity of Lent to reconcile themselves with God and everyone around them and make efforts to live righteously. The drama climaxed with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ on the cross together with 2 robbers and his eventual death, on which Christians await his resurrection on Easter Sunday. In Oka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Usman Baba Okali, has ordered the posting and redeployment of Assistant Inspector General of the Police to the department's command and formations in line with his manpower development policy of fitting the right persons into appropriate roles. This is contained in a statement by the Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, on Saturday in Abuja. Adejobi said the redeployment was in line with the IGP's mandate and strategies to strengthen the operational structures of command, departments, and formation. The IGP has charged on newly posted and redeployed officers to put their best foot forward in ensuring that the activities of their new commands, formations, and departments align with the police reform mandate. He also tasked them to ensure compliance with all standard operating procedures in the discharge of their responsibilities. He said the posting is with immediate effect. The House of Assembly member-elect for Oyi State constituency, Sir Innocent Ojike, has laid the foundation for the commencement of the fencing of Igwedo Central School, or Kuzu, Oyi local government area. The foundation laying ceremony, which is the first of its kind in the area, initiated by a newly elected lawmaker, attracted major stakeholders from the zone. Damian Egwonwu was there and brought back this report.
In his address during the event held at Igwedo Central School compound, Okozo, Saojike said he embarked on the project in fulfillment of his campaign promise to the people of Okozo. He thanked the people of Oyi Council area for the overwhelming support they gave him during the election. Saojike reiterated his determination to deliver to the 5 communities of his constituency whatever is due to them, and requested that Oyi Indizin should rally round him, promising to run an open-door policy. The incoming legislator recollected how an indigene of Okozo drew his attention to the deplorable condition of the primary school, assuring that the fencing of the school will take 30 days, saying that he now officially handed over the work plan to the contractor.
Everybody around me, both moral support and otherwise, so that I make it to thereby when Jesus.
In his speech, the traditional ruler of Okozo, Igwe Charles Anekwenze, commended the lawmaker for fulfilling his promise to the people of Okozo, adding that the project will make an indelible impression in the memories of the peoples. Also speaking, the transition chairman of the council area, Chief Imanweke, who described the legislator as an exceptional politician who has the capacity of giving Oyi people good representation, and thanked him for complementing government efforts in the education sector.
Oh, an exceptional lawmaker. And I think we've started seeing that.
In his contribution, the President General of Okozo Town Union Government, Chief Dr. Ejike Ogwebunam, said for the first time in the history of Oyi politics, a newly elected House member, without waiting for his inauguration, has started providing members of his constituency the dividend of democracy and service to his people. The headmistress of Igwedo Central School, Okozo, Mrs. Virginia Ejerson, said due to the closeness of the school to a major road, undesirable elements on many occasions invaded the school, and the lives of the peoples were under constant threat, and thanked the lawmaker for coming to their rescue. In his remark, the parish priest of St. Raphael's Catholic Church, Okozo, Reverend Father Nicholas Alefuna, enjoined Saojike after his inauguration to ensure that the House passes a law on waste management and its disposal to improve and augment the present sanitation exercise embarked upon by Soludo administration. The peoples of Igwedo Primary School later prayed for their benefactor, Saojike.
Ukraine is able to export electricity for the first time in 6 months as its energy infrastructure recovers from months of repeated Russian attacks. Russia began its lengthy and deliberate assault on Ukraine's energy infrastructure last October. It led to power cuts and scheduled blackouts, leaving towns and cities in darkness during winter. Ukraine was forced to stop electricity exports, but will now be able to sell its excess power again. Energy Minister Herman Halushenko signed an executive order authorizing the exports, although local customers remain the priority. He said the system had been producing extra capacity for almost 2 months and that Ukrainians were not facing restrictions. World Athletics on Saturday released details of a new event, the marathon race walk mixed relay, to be staged at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. It takes place of the men 50 kilometers race walk, which first appeared at the 1932 Olympics, but which has been scrapped in the pursuit of gender equality. The new mixed relay will feature 25 teams, each comprising 1 male and 1 female athlete, who will alternate to complete the marathon distance 42.195 kilometers in 4 legs. The World Athletics CEO, Joe Regent, said this format is designed to be innovative, dynamic, and unpredictable. The relay will be held on the same course as the individual 20-kilometer race walking event at the foot of the Eiffel Tower in central Paris. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. To remember, you can also log on to our website. It's www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a quick recap of the main points. Christians all over the world celebrate Easter today. Governor Soludo has urged Christians to emulate Christ's sacrificial life as Christians commemorate Easter celebration. Police Inspector General Baba has ordered posting redeployment of AIGs. In Tel Aviv, one tourist has died and several others wounded in a car ramming attack. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And this is where we draw the curtain on the Breakfast News this morning on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wanko. Good morning and happy Easter celebration.